was one of the big things that I learned was that policy is way more complex than most academics think it is. There are many reasons why a good idea on paper doesn't actually get implemented, whether it's difficulties in communication or figuring out who the stakeholders are and managing those relationships, or dealing with the interaction between non-partisan policy makers and partisan elected officials, or dealing with transparency and accountability, or the budgeting process. There's lots of things that make policy complex. And a second thing that I learned, which is related to the first really, is that there is a large gap, a disconnect, I would say, between the way academics think about policy and the way policymakers think about policy. And that actually never became clearer to me when I was at finance than when I was working on the climate change and the climate policy file. Academics tend to come from first principles and don't have access to a lot of data and information. Policymakers are often in the weeds with data and spending a lot of time dealing with that sort of information.